Namaskar, welcome to Musiana, the world of music. I hope you are all well and also hope that you have gone through the last episodes that we have talked about regarding what we need to do, what we need to follow in terms of learning tabla. We spoke about Taali and Khali, like the ground beat and the empty beat. Why we need an empty beat? To show that after the empty beat, it is full again to complete the cycle. Taal, as we call rhythmic cycles. I would give you an example what we do in, say for example, in Teen Taal. Teen Taal is a 16-beat rhythmic cycle, and how we follow that, how we come back to the sum, as we call the first beat. So it is equally divided. The first half contains 8 beats, the second half contains 8 beats. The first beat is the most important beat, and there we always come. After finishing the composition, after finishing the taal, after finishing the composition with a phrase which is called a tihai, and so on. After finishing fixed compositions, like there are different kind of compositions which are used for solo tabla. And so to talk about Taali and Khali again, if we take Teen Taal, then it has 4 different sections of 4. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, and then 3, 2, 3, 4, and 4, 2, 3, 4. And how we keep the taal is 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. This is the way we show the Khali. In this case, this would be the 9th beat, and then 4, 2, 3, 4. So these are the 4 sections of 4. So the 4 sections of 4, all those beats have names. We call it dha, dhin, dhin, dha, dha, dhin, dhin, dha, dha, tin, tin, na, titte, dhin, dhin, da, dha. You must have noticed that I showed different parts in hands, like first 2, 3, 4, and second 2, 3, 4, the 5th beat is I'm showing here, because when we talk about multiple timings of this rhythmic cycle, then we need to have the feel of the microbeats also. So to be able to do that, so that we don't mix up clapping always at the same place. So these are the 4 different places I'm clapping. It'll be easy for you to follow. In whatever bowl we call, whatever compositions we talk about and all that, you can still clap in a right manner. So dha, dhin, dhin, dha, dha, dhin, dhin, dha, dha, tin, tin, na, tete, dhin, dhin, dha. At times the tete becomes na, dhin, dhin, na also, when gradually the tempo or the lay increases. So now for Teen Taal, so this is more or less about Taali and Khali. If we talk the Teen Taal in double tempo, or 3 times or 4 times tempo, or 1.5 times tempo, or 5 or 6 or 8 times or whatever tempo, the clapping, keeping the beat, keeping the Taal, would always be firm and on one-time cycle, like one keeping and one saying. Like 1, 2, 3, 4 would be dha, then dha. Now, for example, if I call it in double time tempo, so I would be talking double, keeping the single time tempo in hand. I would be talking 3 times, whatever times, keeping single time tempo in the hand. So this would be my reference to talk to. So there are actually 2 things going in the mind, because there would be 2 things going while you play also. There used to be a sage in the classical music. His name was Bharat. He wrote a book which is to be called Natya Shastra, where for rhythm or for music, it was the first criteria where keeping the Taal and reciting the bowls have been giving the first importance in the whole subject. So you can say we have a 50% importance in reciting and clapping, keeping the Taal, first of all, especially in tabla, and 50% for playing. So this way, we would take care about 2 different things: talking bowls or compositions, or talking different times in theka and whatever, but keeping in the single time while we clap. So the similar way, while we play single time tempo, maybe with someone else who is playing in a double or 3 times or 8 times or whatever tempo, we keep the single time tempo. Now when the time comes of playing something with him according to what he has played, then that goes in a composition in tabla in different times tempo, where the ground beat following him in a cycle would be in single time tempo. So there also 2 things go at a time. So for a tabla player, this is a must to follow the ground beat rhythmic cycle measurement, the length of it, the beats and the microbeats, and also to play a composition in different times tempo, where musically it fits. We would give just a little bit of an example how it goes. Say if I keep single time tempo and say in double, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. This in form of Teen Taal, my friend would keep, and I would say in double time tempo so that you can understand it in a better way. Say dha, dhin, dhin, dha, dha, dhin, dhin, dha, dha, tin, tin, na, tete, dhin, dhin, dha, dha, dhin, dhin, dha, dha, dhin, dhin, dha. Single time tempo. Now I will call it every fast beat or every beats in na, din, na, twice, din, na, like 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2, and I keep the tintal in this space. Dha din da, dha din da, dha din na, tita din da, dha din da, dha din na, dha din na, tita din, dha din na, dha din, dha din na, tita din na, dha din na, dha din na, dha din na, tita din. This is one example of how you do the double timing tempo. Now we will talk about doing the 3 times of tintal. Now it will be same again. Every one bit would contain 3 microbeats. And the microbeats, as we showed you before, we follow like this so that we don't miss out. So 1 2 3 2 2 3 3 2 3 4 2 3. This way we will keep it. Dha, then, dha, dha, then, dha, da, then, na, tet, then, dha. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. Here the dha, then, na would fit in. Then, dha. Dha din na, dha din na, dha din na, tere din na, dha din na, dha din na, dha din na, tere din na, dha din na, dha din na, tere din na, dha din na, dha din na, tere din na, dha din na, dha din na, dha din na, tere din na, dha din na, dha din na, tere din na, dha. It might be a bit difficult right in the beginning to do it. I would recommend that you write it down 3 times. Then every first beat of a 3-bit segment would get a mark on top. See the mark later on, see all the marks, and clap. See, we have not come to playing yet of these things, but this is making the foundation of the whole thing, on what the compositions will be played. Mere playing the composition won't help. It will end up in a frustration of, yes, I can play, but on what I am playing, and I don't know the measurement. And you might miss a beat when you play not 3 maybe, but in 6 times or 12 times or 24 times tempo of a single time rhythmic cycle. So I would strongly recommend that we do a practice of this even before we start playing. So this is 3 in 1 beat. Like that, we have 1.5 times the 3 in 1. That would be 3 in 2. Then we have 2 in 3, 3 in 4, 4 in 3. As we go ahead, we will talk about these 2. And we have 5 times rhythmic cycles. We have 7 times rhythmic cycles, which are practically played. So there's no escape. We have to try doing this. You might have seen a tabla player playing on stage and doing these things very easily, getting the compositions in and out, playing the highs from anywhere that starts, and any composition that starts anywhere, and how you would do that, because the foundation is very strong, and we all need to do that. We all need to practice that separately too. Now, the other aspect of playing, keeping the beat, and reciting. Reciting the bowl, that is the first important thing, because that expresses the mood totally of a composition. If I say dha, then dha, that is written in a book, and I just read it out, won't make a sense if I know from a guru how he would speak and exactly that way we need to follow and we need to learn and play. The way we speak, the way we play. So if we read it out, dha din din dha dha din din dha dha din din na te te din din dha, I would also play that way. There won't be any feeling in it. But dha din din na dha din din na dha din din na te te din din na, I would play that way too. Like so dha din din na would be. You see how different it makes when you say something and play. So reciting is the first important thing, keeping the beat and reciting. If I say a bowl, like dhatre ke dhete te ghena dhati ghena thuna kena, it can be, reading out would be dhatre ke dhete te ghena dhati ghena thuna kena. But if I learn from a guru how to speak it, how to recite it, dhatre ke dhete te ghena, where the accents are coming. So I would learn to put those accents while I'm playing. So dhatre ke dhete te ghena, ghena has a bass in it. Dhatre ke dhete te has an accent in it. So dhatre ke dhete te ghena, dhati ghena thuna kena, dhatre ke dhete te ghena, dhati ghena dhena ghena, dhatre ke dhete te ghena. So I would play. We would talk more about reciting and how we would do it, how we would follow and all that. Please don't forget to go through the previous episodes that we have done. So if you have any question, please feel free to ask me at shubhankar@musiana.org. See you again soon. Thank you.